Hey, Queen.
Hi.
Every time I get to run in from the camera.
I'm running. Oh, I'm so
Running.
have a lot of insecurity about my nails right now.
Don't draw more attention.
I know, but I just have to draw the elephant. Is it draw? I have to announce the elephant.
Yeah, let's speak about the elephant in the room. Cassie has boy nails.
Right. I know we keep saying it, but we're getting surgery next week.
Yeah.
And
Can't have.
Yeah, we can't have.
I need to get mine off.
And I've had BAB for literally the whole time I've been in Bali, which is about a year and a half.
Yeah, wow.
And it really damages. And it's good because it does strengthen them. You don't have to get like fake nails put on, but it actually damages your real nails.
Yeah.
So I've just cut them all and they're all breaking and it's fine. I can't.
So I was thinking, like, when you uploaded an Instagram photo the other day, and I was laughing so much at the emoji. She put an emoji over her nail. I do the same because I'm thinking, well, how am I going to get content in business class with boy nails? They're going to be like, wait, can you really afford this touch? Do you know what I mean? You can't even afford to do your nails.
Is it crazy to get the ones that you do yourself and then take them off right before surgery? Because I would do that.
Like the stick on. It's giving stick on.
Because you can get them from TikTok Shop. Me promoting TikTok Shop.
No, it's bougie. I'm getting in business class with no nails because I'm having surgery in Korea.
Right?
Right?
Yeah. And on the way back, we're going to get our nails done like as a surgery reward.
Absolutely.
Yes.
But anyway, welcome to
Girls to Women.
That my best friend. She a real bad bitch, got her own money. She don't need no nigga on the dance floor. She had 2-3 drinks, then she twerking. She throw it out and come back in. That's my best friend.
Honestly,
We're
that's
back.
hilarious. Girls, you know what to do, right? You gotta like and subscribe.
Like and
to all
subscribe.
the girlies.
Bye.
Yeah, because you're gonna be following our journey.
It's going to get wild.
As if it already wasn't wild. You
I
know,
know,
what I'm
it's
saying?
gonna be more
Like,
wild. The quality will improve when we get the cameras working.
Sake, we are
have a lot of
literally
technical issues.
dealing with that. We're just trying to get a cable to charge the Sony.
so hard.
Like, it's in Indonesia. Apparently, it's just not included in the package.
You just get they're like, you don't need to charge the camera. We're like, do we
Bring
not?
it back to our store. We'll charge it. What do you mean?
For
Are
forever?
you gonna travel your life with me? Anyway, I'm obviously salty at this.
We are a little salty. It's
Why
fine.
don't you describe where we are? Because we're somewhere different again.
So we're in Ubud. Yes,
pretty.
we're at the Serenity property.
Yeah.
Kindly let us stay in this beautiful villa. So this is their garden villa.
Yeah, kindly. Well, we're doing them a favor.
I know, right? That was just me being sweet. And yeah, no, it's beautiful. We got a massive garden, lovely area. So we're in the north of Bali,
Yeah,
living it up.
yeah. And I'm
As
eating
always.
my little protein smoothie, which I might actually
Yeah.
bring back over here. Cause
Yeah,
I'm
have a
hungry.
hungry like the. Oh, I just made that song up. And I'm hungry like the wolves.
Oh, yes, so
That's
good.
a tune.
Okay, wait. Don't mind
I
my
thought you were
little
gonna put it on a
ADHD.
pillow.
I am. I'm going to have a little, because the topic that we're speaking about today is juicy.
Just it.
I wonder
Yeah.
if
So
someone's up there.
hello.
Okay, what are we talking about, Cass?
Right. Today we are talking about
Today.
International Lovers. So meeting guys, is it good? Mm. She's like, So right, dating in Bali versus dating in the rest of the world, because obviously we're living in Bali, so we've got some experience. Versus Europe, because Europeans have a certain flair when
So
it comes to
hot.
dating. Versus US, versus Australia, versus the UK. Actually,
This is like the World Cup of dating.
I love that. We're doing
Get
our
your team
own-
flags out.
We're
Get your
doing our
colours
own
on.
World Cup with dating. So
great.
yeah, basically cultural differences, things that are good in each area, and any advice we can give to you about, I guess, dating around the world. Because
I've dated men from around the world.
yeah, and the thing is, we might not be good at everything, but dating, certainly good at that.
Then it's finding the stable, emotionally available
Oh, I didn't say I was good at that.
provide
but
a
I'm
man
good at the dating
to
part.
settle down with. But the thing is, the nice thing is you only need to be good at that once. Right?
Exactly. Yes.
That's all it takes is one time to be good at that. So I'd rather actually fluke it and make many mistakes in dating
Right?
until I get it right once.
Exactly. And we make mistakes, right? We ran so you girls could walk. We are telling you the mistakes we
As
made.
in the trails. I'll test out the Italian and Spanish and Portuguese men so you don't
Just
have
so
to.
you judge, we're only doing it so you don't make mistakes. That's our calling in life.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's start with the men in Bali because that's where we're currently living. Okay, honestly, at this point, it's a bit of a known joke internationally. Like Bali is a cesspool
Oh my goodness.
of like different types of people.
Got
Gardener
the
behind
gardener.
us. Can garden. It's a cesspool of people who like, oh, I'm so spiritual, I'm
Oh
so
my goodness.
aligned, and here they are dating like 10, 12 different people, spreading STIs. Like, ew. This is
Honestly,
really the reality,
Yeah,
unless
yeah.
you really need to weed out the people here in Bali.
Weed out.
Don't be on dating apps in Bali.
Absolutely not.
No.
No. Didn't you go on it for like a day and you were like, no,
Not even.
not even.
Trash.
Yeah.
Absolute
Yeah,
trash.
no.
Like, I was very specific in my bio as well. If I go on a dating app, not to be big headed, but I'm a catch, right? I'm a fucking catch, right? Got my head screwed on, got values, I work well, I have businesses, I have great friendship groups, I have good family relationships, take care of myself, right?
Exactly.
I can go on and on and on. Anyway, I was very specific in my bio. I said, not interested in one night stands, friends with benefits, putting the ONS or FWB, right? Not interested.
Oh,
So
you
friends
could-
with
you could
benefits,
actually
ONS.
do that as a-
No, I typed it in.
Okay.
Because I've seen people do that before.
That's
And I was
cool.
like, let me do that because I don't want these people just hitting me up being like, what you doing tonight?
Oh, no, that's like, save that for Tinder. Go away.
Right? So I do that, and then I'm not really getting much matches. And then the guys who are, they're like, so, like, you sure you don't want to do ONS? Boy,
What?
are you, like, I'm sorry, are we dating to sleep around, or are we
Oh.
dating to marry and have connection? Because Bali is giving fake spiritual
Bali
STI.
is literally giving that.
Right?
Yeah. I can't, do you know what it is as well here? There is a lot more women than there are men. Naturally,
Reckon? Is it?
I'm talking attractiveness. Like, if we, okay, so this is the difference, right? In Sydney,
Oh, yeah.
there just generally is more women to men, right? So in every 4 women, there is 1 man.
What?
That statistic is crazy. Yes.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. So that Sydney statistic for
It's
you.
giving China.
It's giving unfair. Right? So there's like beautiful women too. In Bali, it's even worse because everyone here is good looking. Everyone takes care of themselves.
Ex-Russian, Ukrainian models.
Right?
Yeah.
Whereas like the men, on the other hand, aren't living up to that. So there's so many attractive women here,
Yeah.
and there's not as many men. And yeah, so like at the end of the day, they have their pick of a lot of people.
Yeah, but then the caliber of those men as well.
I'm not saying the caliber is good. I'm just saying like this is what they do.
Yeah.
They can just kind of like get a different girl every night.
That's really sad. And there is like a bit of a culture of like pickup artistry.
Yeah.
So I've actually seen a few of them in action. Yeah. Because one of them actually approached Winnie and his friend got the shits with him at a restaurant. And he was like, bro, can you just like not? And he's like, well, bro, blah, blah, blah. Like, let me just do this. And he went and approached Winnie in the bathroom. And he was like, I didn't even need to go to the bathroom. I just wanted to get your number. Never messaged her, never contacted her, but got her to follow him on Instagram. So he gets another Instagram follower, right? The next night, I go to that same restaurant with different people. I see him again. I point him out to the girls, tell them what happened. In the vicinity of 45 minutes, he had picked up 3 other girls, all facing different directions so that they didn't see what he was doing. This man is crazy.
Is he just trying to grow an Instagram or something?
Yeah, I think so. No, he's a pickup artist. That is his job. So I told her that night and she instantly blocked him. And I was like, good.
Do they get a weird buzz from a girl being like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, that is weird.
It's a game for them.
Yuck.
But this is the thing, like the game actually ends up being really lonely, and what these little boys in Bali will not figure out until much later in life when everyone else has come to their senses and they're still in their 40s, thinking that they're in their prime, trying to figure it out. And they got bald patches,
friggin'
they got
Ubud.
low
Oh,
testosterone.
man, they got a shark tooth
Right.
necklace and like
One of those
big
ones.
pants and driving a freaking X-Max,
I'm
thinking they
literally
like own
thinking
the
about the
road.
big
Yeah, with
pants.
the ponytail with like half the head because they've lost her. Honestly, these are the types of guys that are in Bali. They got like rubber skin because they've got too much sun. Half surfers.
She's not lying. And look, I'm not trying to put you off Bali people. Like when you do come here, there are beautiful, beautiful men that you will find here. But what I normally find is that Bali is one of the bases.
Yes.
They usually have a base in the UK or Dubai.
Yeah. 100%.
They're about their business. And if they're really about their business, they are looking for a woman to be committed to properly if
yeah.
that is their wife.
Yeah.
You will know the difference.
This is the thing though, right? Because you could have a guy that's a real player,
Hmm.
right? When he meets that one woman that will change him, he will change for that one woman.
Mm.
So I'm sorry, but like there is a saying, like if he wanted to, he would.
Yeah.
And it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And it's timing as well to a guy.
Mm.
Timing's everything. Like
Yeah.
guys don't marry for love, they marry when the time is right. Whereas
for
women
them.
marry for love.
That's it. When
Yeah.
the time is right for them.
It's very different. Women will go above and beyond to make the guy right so that it suits both of them.
Yeah.
Whereas a man is just like, no, like my time's not right now.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't matter how good the woman is. When it's time that he's like, I'm going to get married now, he'll just go for the next woman that he meets.
Legitimately,
Which
that
is
is
what-
okay.
yeah.
That she's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, she meets my
Which
needs.
is why men will and then cheat on them.
That's what I mean. Right? I don't.
Goodness.
Yeah, not in our reality though. Not for us.
No, just like typical stats.
Not for us. But like, yeah, let's be real about like dating in Bali here. It's just for me, a lot of feminine men.
Yeah.
I don't vibe with that. So that's normally what I find when I say yes to going on dates. I pre-vet them. And I'm like, so what are your views on relationships? Do you want kids? Like, do you believe in marriage? Do you have a business? If any of those are like, no, I'm like, all right, no, we're not going out. I'm not wasting time anymore. I've done that.
You've got to be like that though. You can't
I
just
wasted time
go
on them.
and go on a date with a good-looking guy anymore. That's just not what.
I dated all the good looking
Yeah.
ones in Bali. They were fucked in the head. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, this is a joke at this point. This is a joke.
Oh my goodness.
And it's not even funny.
I
And they weren't even
haven't-
that cute.
I haven't personally dated in Bali, so I have no idea. But like, I can't really imagine because
It's fun
I'm sure it's fun.
until you want to get serious.
Like I've been coming to Bali since 2013, to put it that way, right? And I've had my fair share of like fun holiday romances here. I've met some amazing guys. Would I ever consider them my husband? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
So when it comes to finding the one, not just the one right now, I'd say Bali isn't really the place. But then again, you might reframe that and say that your man could be anywhere.
That's what I mean.
You have to be open to receiving him.
But he could be passing through here as well.
Exactly. Yeah,
Look,
yeah.
This guy that I met last night, right? 2. Let's be real. I met 3. Let's be real. Let's be real. No, because I didn't. One was I already know him.
Yeah.
Right? So let's be real. I met 2 new guys.
New. Yeah.
Beautiful. One is a beautiful provider man from LA. He's passing through. Right? So he doesn't live here.
Yeah.
But I met him here. Okay. The other one, he lives here.
Oh, is he actually full-time living?
Yeah, he lives here. It's
wow.
great. Yeah. He lives here. He's established here. He's got a little doggy and everything. But I was dancing. Normally, I don't really like to meet my husband. I don't think I'm going to meet him at a club. However, his friends were all drinking and everything. He's just not there drinking. He's just making sure they're having a good time.
But
Because
he wasn't drinking.
no, well, he didn't have a drink on his hand. Didn't seem drunk or anything. And he was just like, I don't go out on Saturdays. He's like, they're just coming here for a month. I'm just making sure they have a good time.
Love that.
Right?
When a guy can go out and not drink, that's kind of hot.
Absolutely. So I was like, okay. And then like literally within 10 minutes, we were talking about kids. Like, what do we see? The values, blah, blah.
And you know
like,
that he's not drunk. I
man,
love that.
I made a joke. I was like, yeah, twerk the stress away. And he's like, my wife would never.
I kind of love that though.
Oh,
I kind of love
when
that.
I say he had me backtracking on what I meant,
You were like,
I was like, wait a second. Did you just put me in my place?
I kind of really,
I
love that.
loved
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
And-
just that my wife would never.
I was just like,
You're like, no, I would never. I promise
yeah,
you.
literally, I was like, I would never. What do you
No,
mean?
what
Like,
do
let
you-
me explain what he meant. And then he was like,
Wow.
oh, okay, cool. But yeah, by the end, I was like, look, I'm going home. Like, I'm tired. And he's like, put your number in. I'm gonna see you again.
Appreciate as well that he didn't try and ask you to go back home with him or come home with you.
No,
you
no.
do that
He
all
was
the
just like, and the way he said it, he was like, I'm gonna see you again. So he's already organized
I
something.
love a
like, that's
confident
it.
king.
That's what I mean, though. Like, so you will have some of those ones in Bali, but that's what I mean. Like, it really has been a dime a dozen.
Let's just say that you really have to weed. So Bali is if you're open to that, then great. And if you have the energy, because that would take a lot of energy.
Girl, you gotta get your full-time gardening license if you want
Yeah,
to come here and date.
literally.
I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Dubai's no different, though.
I have not dated in Dubai, so
Dubai is like Bali on steroids with money.
oh gosh.
Right? So
can't
they
even
can
imagine.
shower you, they can fly you, they can buy you Cartier, you'll be having dinner in the Burj, and then they'll be like, all right, bye Habibti.
Bye, Habibti.
Bye
At
Habibti.
least you get something out of it.
Do you know what?
In Bali, you get a coconut.
That's
What do you want? Cartier or a coconut?
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry. Like, it's true though.
Drop it in the comments. What are you accepting? You want a Cartier? You want a, do you want a coconut? Fuck.
the 2 C's.
Oh my god, no, it's so
Wow.
true. Well, okay, so I met this taxi driver, this private driver in Dubai, and he was like, "Are you okay, miss?" I was like, "Not really." I'm like, "I just kind of got ghosted," and he was like, "Oh, it's very common here, miss." He's like, "Yeah." He says, "You don't want to. Your husband's not here in Dubai." He literally said that to me, and God was
Wow.
speaking through that man that night. Yeah.
Wow.
And he's like, "I just dropped a woman home to the airport yesterday. She was crying, and I asked her, what's wrong? What happened? And she goes, I quit my job, gave up everything for this man that I thought loved me and I loved him, flew to Dubai. She's from the Philippines, by the way. Flew over here, gave up her studies, everything, was all good with him for about a month and a half. And then he's like, I'm over it. Kicked her out that same day. I'm not even joking.
Habibti.
Yeah, Habibti.
Wow.
Yep. That kicked her out just like that.
Wow. So don't date in Dubai, girls.
That's what I mean. If you're going to date in Dubai, you're going to have your master gardening license.
That's what I mean.
I'm just telling.
So
like,
come here,
seriously.
get your like pre-gardening license, and then you can
You
go
just
to
need
Dubai.
your TAFE certificate here. Over there, you're going to do a bachelor's degree in gardening. Like
That's correct, because I've actually seen TikTok videos about like pretty girls in Dubai, and they say the same thing. It's very hard to date there. It's so
Absolutely.
superficial.
Yeah.
There's people like, you know, charging lots of money as well. There's a lot of that kind of stuff going on.
I also think it's harder as pretty, like, attractive women, successful women, for us to find a guy who's not intimidated.
Right.
And then they just make assumptions as well. They're like, would you be wife material? Would you be like this? Are you at hoeing? I'm
They
like,
always
"You don't even
think."
I'm at home playing chess. I'm literally at home playing chess. How
Or
dare
watching
you?
something.
Playing with Milo, the
yeah,
dog.
playing with the dog.
you know what I mean?
Like putting treats in a mat so he can sniff them out.
Yeah, he can tire himself out. Like, it's.
This is what we're doing.
I think honestly though, like, social media is kind of ruined. It's all of the, like, the stigmas, the social media, the extreme feminism.
Yeah.
Like, there is so much mixed messaging online that guys don't know how to be guys. They don't know how to date properly. Women don't know how to receive. They don't know how to be feminine properly.
This is the thing, right? And it's just like, this is what
are we
they
doing?
want. They want us to be weak.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Because when we have strong male influence,
Yep.
and we have women who are open to receiving that, who are in their feminine,
Yeah.
we have power couples, we have amazing friendships, no one's hating each other.
We have good role models.
yeah, then you have a strong unit.
Yeah. You can't tell us
Then
shit.
the elite, yeah, you can't do shit.
Exactly.
Yeah. Whereas break them all. That's what they're doing. They're breaking everyone.
I love, we always end up going down a rabbit hole.
I know, it's like the
yes.
Matrix.
Okay, wait. So that's Dubai.
Yeah, so we know that. So
That's
I'd say
Bali.
Dubai is like a super red flag. I would give Bali a red flag. Based on situations that I've heard from like you and others, I would say Bali is definitely a red flag.
Can we give orange flags?
Let's go orange because
wanna
you
give
can
Bali
meet really cool
orange.
people here as well.
Yes.
Bali's
Doing
orange,
orange.
but you have to be willing to date a lot to find that person.
That's what I
It's
mean.
not going to just happen anywhere. You're not going to meet them at a bar and they're going to be a husband.
I'm pretty sure though that there was a chick in Australia. I think she was Australian. She said that in a year she had been on like 200 first dates and still not had a boyfriend.
Australia?
Yeah, and still not had a boyfriend.
All right, let's segue that into Australia because
Yeah.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised, right? Have you met Australians?
My ex was Australian, babe.
Oh, was he Aussie?
Well, he was born in Australia.
I thought he was European.
Background.
That explains a lot.
European African background. That explains
That
it.
explains a lot. Australian men are.
Go, give me your take. The fact that she just had to breathe in like that.
Like,
Pour yourself another glass of wine.
I don't know. It's just no drive. No drive.
It's
the
so
bums.
true. Oh my
I've
God,
never
it's
met
so
so many bummy men. I'm sorry. Like, I don't mean to sound mean, but like,
Bummy men.
just every single Australian that I've had one provider Australian, actually, the younger guy that I told you about, and he was great, but like
Yeah.
he was not a typical Australian, and he wasn't from Australia, like in terms of background.
Yeah.
But like the couple of Australian boyfriends I've had, just no enthusiasm, no backbone, just like, do you know what I
Really,
mean? Just
yeah.
like really down to just have the 9 to 5, and
Like, that's actually been all of my exes in
yeah.
Australia.
No like real ambition in life.
Shit.
Not goal oriented. Just want to like go get a picket fence gaff and like have a family and
Gaff
like,
is a house.
Yeah, house and have a family. Like, where's your drive? Where's your ambition in life?
Yeah, that's actually really, really
Like,
wild.
cool.
that you
Yeah, I
say
think
that.
wanting to have a family is great, but that should be one of many things you want to do with your life.
Right, and but again, so that's why women like us then go to Bali, go to Dubai, because we want to find international men that want these things.
Right?
Right, okay, so what color are you giving Australia? Because, like, this is the thing, it matches the women who want the 9 to 5. But
Yes.
for the nomadic entrepreneurial women, I'm going to say Australia is a red flag.
I'm going to say a red flag for sure. I think if you are someone that likes to settle in like one place, you want to have a family, you don't mind being like on benefits and no, joke. You don't mind having like a 9
She's
to
only
5
semi-joking though. Like,
no, like part of it, because you do, if you have kids, you'll have benefits
I've
there.
met so many
People that have kids just for that.
So many, no, but like on one of the accounts that I coach on, so many single mums on single mum benefits in Australia because the men were just bummy. They left. They weren't providing. They left. The kid comes. They're like, see ya.
See ya, bye.
Yeah. Oh my God. No, Australia's a full-on red flag. No, stuff that.
Yeah,
No.
massive,
No.
all round red flag.
The more I
yeah,
think about this,
yeah.
the more I'm like, no, that's not okay.
Because I think about she cells and I'm
That's
like,
what I
the
mean.
amount of women who were
Yes.
single mums
Yep.
with benefits.
Now we're training them up so they can get their own money.
Get out of that, honey.
We'll link you below, by the way.
Yes.
'cause,
No, honestly, because that is not okay.
No.
To be single and struggling like that.
that's actually really.
Yeah.
I've never, this is the first time I'm really thinking about that. But every single guy that I dated in Australia always originated from the western suburbs in Sydney.
Yeah. I had one boyfriend who was from, no, he wasn't from Montreal. Oh my goodness. He
Was one of mine. No. I'm pretty sure you said
Penrith. I was like, well, where is this place? And he was just like, it's out west. I was like, west? The fuck's west?
What does that mean?
I know. And then I went out there and I was like, it's okay. But
You're
it's
like
just a bit-
Soho? Is that what we mean?
It's giving Chelsea.
West End?
I know. And he's just like, no, it's not the good west. I was like, oh.
Yeah, no.
Like, I was like, is it further than like Parramatta? Because Parramatta seems pretty far west to me.
Way further.
And
than
then we
Para.
drove to Mount Druitt one day and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
this is how most of Australia are and
yeah.
live.
Yeah.
It was
No.
scary.
No. Like, look, again, in any place that you can find great men, we're not saying that you can't, but just need to be aware of how they're kind of raised and the values that they're instilled in because of the society that they're brought up in.
Right. And it's more of a, I guess, like ROI type thing, right? And I'm going to use an ROI,
Yeah.
even though this is like fucked. But logistically, if you want a better outcome for the efforts you put in, Australia is probably not the one for you unless you're okay with that kind of mundane average life. But if you're an overachiever,
Like
I'd say no.
No.
I would say it's more of a red flag.
No, this is what I mean. Okay, so he can be from Australia,
Yeah.
but he doesn't live there anymore.
Oh,
You didn't meet him there.
Yes. Because there are plenty of Aussies in like
I'm from
Singapore,
Australia.
in Bali. Yeah, right. I lived in Australia for a long time. In Bali, like they're all over. They're in Europe.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
But we don't live there anymore because the government tries just to hate you.
Yeah.
Literally, if you want to do more than the mediocre, right? So if anyone who wants to be above the societal means of Australia, they're going to get out of that place.
Exactly.
They have a different mentality. They've got growth mentality, which means they don't live there.
But people that stay there knowing that and are just like, Australia is great. There's nothing better than that.
But then they're crying over the price of milk.
exactly. Oh, I can't have those conversations.
That's what I mean.
If my
So no.
partner or potential partner is asking me about milk prices, à la
Imagine,
poubelle.
imagine your husband in Australia is like, hey, honey, the bills just came in.
Oh no, it's already.
Let
giving
me know
the
when you
ick.
transfer me.
No, it's giving me the ick. Bills one, ew. Don't want to.
I don't even know how to spell that.
I don't even want to talk about it. I haven't had bills for ages. Hey, like obviously rent, but like that's it.
No,
What are bills?
neither. Even that. What?
I don't even have like
What is that? What
phone
is that?
contract or anything. I'm just like
No.
no.
We don't. That's not how we live. This is what I mean, though.
No.
You get to choose how you live, and also you get to decide. All right, how is my ideal husband? How is he living his life right now? If it doesn't align with the place you're currently living in, do not date there. Do not date there.
Yes, this is true, and we've done this. We've both done this so many times where like
Absolutely.
we've been not aligned with our like exes, and it's a big thing. A lot of it isn't because even you weren't right for each other. Because like I've been with people in the past that I think maybe now would have been a better experience, but at the time what we wanted was completely different.
Yeah.
So you really got to be aligned on the same timeline, because timeline is huge.
Absolutely.
Like
Everything.
if you're in your growing phase and some guy just wants to like coast, like you're never gonna get on.
that was it. Yeah, that was my ex and
If
I.
you're evolving and you're
Yeah.
becoming bigger and better and
Yeah.
you're like achieving a lot,
Yeah.
that needs to be reciprocated on the other side.
Yeah.
If you're both growing together, I think that's pretty special, and I've like gone through similar stuff.
Yeah.
But if one of you's growing and one of you is not, it's never gonna work.
But then this is what I always find as well. If you're growing in an entrepreneurial sense, you'll still not live in Australia.
No.
You'll end up moving somewhere together.
Because you're
somewhere
making
else.
too much money to give enough of that money
Yeah,
away.
no, but also you literally just want to be surrounded by other people who are big thinkers. In
Yeah.
Australia, they're not big thinkers.
Yeah.
That's just as simple as that.
Right. The easiest way to describe this is like before I came to Bali, I used to think having like 10K in savings was like an achievement. Now I'm like 10K, sorry.
Yeah, 10K in savings is an achievement for Australians
Yeah.
and for majority of the world in saying
Yeah,
that,
right. But now it's
right?
like, oh,
But not when you're in Bali and you are
Yeah.
surrounded by people who are doing 6 to 7 figures a month,
yeah,
right? Especially not when you're in Dubai, where you've got people who are doing 10 figures,
right.
right?
Yeah, your surroundings really just
No.
does change.
And look, money is not everything, but it is the thing that comes to you as when you're putting yourself out there, right?
Yeah.
When you're going through that growth phase, when you're constantly evolving, money comes to you because you're putting yourself out there. You're
Yeah.
doing the work. God's like, let me bless you. Let me bless you.
You're stepping outside of the norm,
Right.
and you're doing something
Right.
impactful. So then obviously you're going to be rewarded with money.
But if you just want to stay in the mediocre, then date mediocre men and be prepared to live mediocre lives. But I'm telling you right now, like that's my final verdict. Red flag on Australia.
I'd give it a red flag as well.
Thank you for bringing that to my attention. Never.
I know, crazy, right?
Okay, really? Just like vet girls.
Vet.
Yes. Triage that shit.
True.
Right?
Although, like, some honestly, some girls are just happy with that life, and I rate that.
No, but that's what I mean.
Yeah.
If that is what you want,
Australia's great.
if that's what you want, amazing.
Yeah.
But like, if you don't want that, you need to vet before you start to date seriously. Yeah, dating should be a game. It should be a
should
game until
be.
you find all your ducks are aligned. You're like,
Exactly.
okay, what? Now I'm gonna take you seriously,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna take you seriously. All the rest, nah, they didn't make it.
This is the one thing, as long as I know we've said this before, but as long as you're not sleeping with all of them, you
No.
can really play the field when you date.
No. Play the field when
And
you
you
absolutely
should.
don't give your energy out by
No.
sleeping with them. No. That you should only sleep with the ones that deserve or that you don't care about ever seeing again.
That's different.
Do you know what I mean?
But if you're actually seriously dating people,
Yeah.
start casually,
Yes.
get to know them on a friend level first.
Yes,
Like coffee
coconut.
dates, coconuts, doggy dates.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
And then let something grow
Yeah.
slowly and beautifully.
Yeah.
Don't put so much pressure on it being all like crazy and intense
That's
and
what
just
I was
like
doing. It's too
sexually
much.
driven.
Yeah.
I did that for most of my life,
Yeah.
right? And I would be like, this is amazing. Like we have such a deep connection.
Yeah.
And it just turns out all it was lust.
That's what I mean. The candle
Yeah.
burns so
Yeah.
quickly at both ends.
It does, right? And then what's left? You haven't built a
Nothing.
foundation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like take your time to slowly build that fire.
Yeah.
Because if it's gonna last forever,
Yeah.
the foundation, you need to have a solid base.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, cool. So we've got Bali is orange, Australia is red.
Red, Dubai red.
Dubai
Let's go to a favorite, Europe.
is Italy.
All right, so let's pretend that the UK is back in Europe. Let's do pre-Brexit, because I personally think the Europe is the best place to date. And I'm gonna hold my hand. I think it's like a green flag because
I'm also gonna say green flag.
One, you
red
have
flag
the-
Portugal. Sorry. Green flag everywhere else.
why Portugal?
Short kings, man. They're all 5'6", think they're hot shit.
Wait, are they 5'6"? Am I missing something?
No, the men in Portugal are really tiny.
Are you kidding?
God, they're beautiful. They got amazing head of hair, but like
What would you rather? Would you rather like
No,
a
no,
really
no,
tall
no,
guy,
don't.
a tall bald guy, or a short guy with a full head of hair?
I need to go. I have to do hair.
So short. He's
Okay, how
5'6".
You're so. That was such a bitch. What are you thinking?
Tall and bald. Like I could.
Sorry, just the thought of like
hair transplant, baby.
no hair transplant's not. No,
Not-
he's got no hair.
Oh, maybe you can get it searched.
Nah.
Oh, that changes things.
Can I just be like really like TMI for a second?
Yes.
If he's down there and I go to grab his head and I don't feel hair and I scratch his head, it's like a bowling ball. I'm out.
Oh, it's the bowling ball for me.
It's the scratchy. It's gonna be like.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I've
Sorry.
been like, yeah, I've had like one bald guy. In my
I don't think I've
time.
ever dated
Wait,
bald. Hair is a really big thing for me. 'Cause
maybe two.
I'm a Leo rising, so I need a. I can't.
Why do Leos have such nice hair?
It's the main. We have to have the main.
Leos are hot.
I can't fucking ain't. I can't date a man who's bald.
I love a big head of hair, and I love thick curly
That's what I
hair.
mean.
Curly hair.
Those that UK Mexican guy. Oh my! Cassie sent me this video. I didn't even know that they existed.
UK Mexican. What a mix!
What gorgeous
a
black
mix.
curly hair.
Black curly hair's the best. Oh,
Light
love
eyes, UK accent.
it. Oh.
Yeah, one of those ones, you know. I
Literally,
agree. Europe, big green
big
flag.
green flag.
Yeah.
Yes, because a lot of guys have that kind of old money
was gonna
aesthetic.
say, yeah.
They got the
The
international
values are more
accents,
traditional.
traditional. Yes, there's a lot of wealth there.
Yeah.
Not saying that that's important, but like
Yeah.
that is a little bit of it.
They value family.
They value family, and
Yeah.
the UK. The way UK guys are raised, they do. They have that like family instinct in them.
But to
They-
provide for the family,
Yeah.
not just be like, oh, let's split the bills, honey, and have all
No.
these kids. No. They know it's on them.
Yeah.
They understand it's
They
on them.
do, yeah.
They were all brought up in these beautiful traditional houses
Yeah.
where the men went out to work. The men had the
Exactly.
businesses and the
Yeah.
women were at home with the kids or doing her own little thing. She didn't have to worry about it.
Exactly.
That's
And that
great.
those values are definitely like way more instilled in UK people, like more than Australia and stuff.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, obviously there's like bad apples in the UK as well.
Anyway.
Anyway, but as a whole, I would say, yeah, London's a really good place to date. Like, right, I remember even like back in the day, I would go on Tinder in London. My goodness, I was like hot. I would have the best date in life in London.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, if I was older, I was only 19, 20,
Very
21
good
when I was living
talent.
in London.
Yeah.
I honestly, most of the people I dated could have been like boyfriends, but I was like obviously young and playing the field.
I'm also, I've dated in England. And
best
that's
place to date.
London.
Yeah.
Green flag.
Green flag.
Spain, green flag.
I haven't dated too much in Spain.
Yeah, hot men, beautiful as well, provider mentality. For me, the ones that I've dated. Italy, I can't say green though because they're so passionate, but they're just like,
I
they're
think
so
Italy's a bit
charismatic.
of a red flag.
I'm going to go orange.
Let's go orange,
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm gonna
because
go
some
orange.
Italians, it's very
It's
generalist.
provider mentality still there.
Still there,
But like,
so is whore mentality.
very,
They know how to woo a girl.
when I first went to Italy, this guy had a wedding
I
ring
bet you
on.
would be like
snatched
hot
up.
property in
Yeah, because
Italy.
I look Italian, but they
yeah.
can tell that I'm not. So they're
Yeah.
like, who is this
Right?
woman who could fit
Yeah.
into my family, but
Yes.
is not really from here? So the first time I went to Italy, I had this man like grab my arm. He had a wedding ring on. And I was like, you're married. And he was like, what did he say? Ojos que no ven, corazón que no siente, which means like what the eyes don't see, the heart can't feel. Literally said in his beautiful Italian accent, but I was like, yuck.
Go away.
Go away.
Yeah. So I don't care what accent you're doing
You're
that
not
in.
cheating on your wife with me.
No way.
And saying, oh, it doesn't matter because she won't know. So
They
that's
make everything so cheesy.
but oh my God, they look a certain way and they talk a certain way. And I'm like,
Get
I am putty.
Get you an Italian that has a UK accent.
oh Lord. I'm in so much trouble. Oh Lord, no.
Yeah, I can imagine like a nice,
Jesus.
thick UK accent, like, but he's like true Italian.
It's my weakness is Italian.
My goodness.
So it's an orange flag for me though, because yes, there are some really great ones.
Yeah.
But there are still the ones that just like will cheat on their wives, and you need to be okay with it because that's just how they are.
That's
Do you know what I mean?
Japanese culture though. There's a lot of
What?
cultures where cheating is just like
Okay, I haven't dated
accepted.
in Japan.
I haven't either, but like it's a thing. It's accepted.
Wow. Have you
Yeah.
dated in Korea?
No, I've never. Oh, I haven't dated a Korean. Like I've hooked up with.
what?
I've hooked up with Koreans, but I haven't like dated any.
Do you know what? I like half. We're getting real specific
know.
here. Half Lebanese men.
Half Lebanese?
Half Lebanese, European.
I don't.
I've
think
had a few of
ever-
them actually, like
Really?
Lebanese Maltese, Lebanese French.
Half Maltese is a vibe.
Yeah,
I have dated a few half Maltese.
yeah.
Vibe.
But one of my first exes was Lebanese Maltese, and he was such a beautiful man.
Lebanese.
Such a beautiful man. Oh my God, he was amazing. But like, no ambition, babe. Born in Australia. Do you know what I mean? But like the ones from Lebanon, oh my God. The Arab men that I meet here in Bali, they provide like no one else.
Yeah, no, that is they are
They
provider.
literally provide like no one else. They're like, nope, you are taken care of.
I love that.
That's just how it is.
I think
from the get-go.
like a half Arab would be cool.
Yeah, I'm giving that green flag.
Yeah, I would give that green.
Yeah.
I do like ethnically ambiguous people.
Loves it.
Yeah, I love it. I love it when I'm like, where are you from?
Where
I
are you
don't know.
from?
Yeah, it's so hot. And also just people who have that like real thick UK accent, but like, yeah, they're either Mexican or
You can tell that they got something in their
Yeah.
blood. Like with you and me, you're like,
yeah, it's like
"Wait,
a
what?
Yeah, it's like a double take.
Like, what are you
yeah,
doing?
I don't really know.
It's like the guy last night. He was like, yeah, what do you think? And I was like, well, you definitely got some sort of Asian in you. He was like, how'd you know? In my head, I'm like, I've been around, honey. Come on.
Yeah.
I was like, Malay. And he was like,
well, you said Malay?
yeah, I did. Wasn't my first one, but I got there.
Wow.
I was like, Malay. But then I couldn't guess the German.
because Malay is very like Chinesey, right? Not me being racist.
You should know more than me. I don't know.
No, because
Me being racist, you should know more than me.
wait, I think because Malaysia aren't Malaysians Chinese?
That's Hong Kong.
No, but or like there's a lot of Malay in
Oh my
China.
God.
I don't know. This is so
Drop it in the
bad.
comments. I'm sorry if we're offending people. We're really.
I mean, I don't.
We're international. I didn't say we're always smart.
I don't know, but like I know that Malaysians give like Chinese. I think.
Do you know what's? I'm going to be real out there right now. Germans, red flag.
I'll like second, third, fourth, and fifth that.
I know
red flag.
Olivia would be red flag.
Red.
But
Like,
I've been meeting so many half Germans lately.
look, Germans are known for being attractive because they are. They have very good
Stingy as
genes.
fuck.
No, but they are the stingiest of everyone.
That's what I mean.
Apart from maybe I think. Oh, I'm gonna.
But then what if they're like half German and then the German side is just like the tall, good looking and they're disciplined. They're very on time,
Great.
right?
Yeah.
This is what I'm trying to figure out with this new one. Because both of them are half German.
What? What's German influence in your life
I-
lately?
God's like, oh no, sorry, it wasn't that half German. No, it wasn't that half German. It wasn't. Remember
He's
the
re-
German
he's really
Russian?
like-
Remember
he's-
Patrick?
That's a really bad combo. I'm sorry.
So that's why I'm being just very like. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna give German an orange flag.
They're getting a red
No,
flag.
I get red flag. Fuck it.
They're getting red.
Red flag.
Like I've never been with a German or like part German that has been what I'm looking for.
Even my German girlfriend, who's just gone back to Germany, Jazzy, she'll back me up on this. She's like, the German guys FaceTime her all the time. We'd be like, yeah, let's go out, and just never eventuate into anything. Like, not even planning a date, like nothing.
Why are they so? It's like nonchalant,
doing?
but in the worst way.
Are you like existing or what?
like what are you doing?
How are
Like,
you going to continue your race? Okay.
Yeah, I don't really
Gotta
get
put yourself
it.
out there, buddy.
They've got no, they're so dry. And I'm not generalizing all Germans, but I'm saying
Oh.
a lot of the German guys can be quite dry.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Where's your pizzazz? Like
First question that I asked, oh, right, there was the other German guy too that I met at the gym. Whoa.
so many
So
Germans.
many. And the first thing that I said to him, I was like,
born and
do you know how to
raised?
flirt? Do you pay for bills?
You got to ask that.
See how I said when vetting? I am very upfront about vetting. I just straight away will ask you, what's your mentality on this? Do you pay for bills? Do you not?
Germans scare me because they're so good looking. That's how they riz, because they're good looking, but really they've got nothing.
No, but I need banter.
Of course.
So this is why, like, I do love Australian banter, but you
Australian
can't live in Australia
banter.
anymore.
no
Or UK banter is top for me.
top tier. It's just us
Oh
two.
my god, seriously. So, anyone else?
Any other honorable mentions?
I can't always give South America as a total in red flag just because of my family.
I have never dated a South American. Oh my goodness.
Don't want to.
Really?
Look, Latin lovers can be great, but like honestly, womanizers.
I've heard. Yeah.
Like, God bless my dad, but he's been married 3 times. I'm the third child to the third wife. Yes, my
Oh.
parents are still together, but like, that's a very common story that you'll hear in South America.
yeah.
It's very, very common. Oh, God gave us light.
And then there was light.
No, but honestly, like that's it.
Wow.
I think we finished now. Drop it in the comments if you want us to rate any other like countries, but like we've dated a few nationalities.
It's hard because it's like determined date. Like, how long do you need to have been seeing them to consider dating?
Mate, you could like go on one date with someone and be like, you've
Then
just shown me
the
your
map
true
out.
colors.
Get
Yeah.
the map out. We're about to go international, baby.
Around the world in 180
Yeah.
seconds. Let's go.
Yeah, so drop the countries you want to hear about.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's so many more that we haven't covered.
Yeah,
but like,
there's a lot.
just as a caveat to all of this, you can date anywhere, but really, strategies, vet them straight away.
Yes.
Know exactly what it is that you want. Don't say yes to anyone that doesn't meet those standards because you're just wasting your time.
No, you're
right?
lowering your standards.
That's what I mean. And if you're going to be in places like Bali, Dubai, Italy, things like that, like have your wits about you. Do not just get taken away by, oh, they're so good looking or they look like they have a lot of money.
Remember, looks fade.
Exactly. And money can be fake too,
Right.
right? So like
Build
vet them.
real connections
Yes.
first. That's way more important.
Yes, understand values
Yeah.
and weed out all the ones that don't align. I can't
Imagine if we
honestly
could
say
have
this
told
enough.
ourselves this, right? Like 10 years ago.
I've been married by now.
right?
I've been married by now.
I'd be married by now and I would be a lot more
2
virgin-esque.
kids. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'm a full-on reborn virgin now.
Yeah. So we want to virgin-esque is what we're going for. Let's end it there. So like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Bye.